Okay. Let me play some serious news though, because we got the new sheriff in town. His name's Tom Homan. He's in Minneapolis. He made a big announcement today on what's going on up there. Let's play cut 11, please.
We currently have an unprecedented number of counties communicating with us now and allowing ICE to take custody of illegal aliens before they hit the streets. Unprecedented cooperation. And I'll say it again. This is efficient, requires only 1 or 2 officers to assume custody of a criminal alien target rather than 8 or 10 officers going into the community and arresting that public safety threat. This frees up more officers to arrest or remove criminal aliens. More officers taking custody of criminal aliens directly from the jails means less officers on the street doing criminal operations. This is smart law enforcement, not less law enforcement. It's safer for the community, safer for the officers, and safer for the alien.
That's right. And this is a point that the left never makes. They always say that there's, ICE is staking out the police stations. What are they doing here? Well, they're doing that because the most peaceful thing to do for the community is to have the ICE agents show up at the precinct where they know the aliens are going to be if they've been detained already. And then you can get them there instead of having to, go to freeway off ramps and Home Depot parking lots and school drop off lines. That disrupts the community more. It's more peaceful to show up at the precinct at wherever law enforcement is taking place. So it's good stuff. He also announced there'll be a drawdown, probably something like 700 troops, or 700 personnel, law enforcement personnel in Minneapolis, which is great because the community is suggesting that they want fewer agents present. And Homan's saying, okay, we'll draw some down, but only because you guys are cooperating, which is the proverbial 360 win. And that's what Homan can do that pretty much no one else has the credibility to do. Because remember, Homan is beloved by all sides, received a medal from Barack Obama. So everyone knows he's a serious person. He's not in this for politics. If you want any evidence of that, my 30-minute plus sit down with him, about 40 minutes, that is on the Marlow podcast feeds, I highly recommend looking at that. So he's the only adult in the room, and he's saying we're getting huge cooperation. People are trying to make it as peaceful as possible. And because of that, we can draw down some troops. It's all great news. It's all we want is peace. All we want is peace. This is one where we don't need endless content, like with the celebrity clown show. This is one where it'd be nice if Minneapolis was peaceful, and then we could get back to focusing on other stuff. I think all sides would benefit from that. And yet it's hard to do that when you've got the entire left trying to continue to animate people with just the craziest rhetoric imaginable. Here is one of my favorite characters in all of politics. Jerry Nadler took a break from eating Fig Newtons and Frankfurters to make this powerful statement. Cut 4, please, gentlemen.
But what is really the major problem in this country today is the fascism in our streets. The attacks on American citizens by masked hoodlums. If you were attacked by a masked person, you might think you were being kidnapped. You'd be justified in shooting the person to protect yourself.
So he's calling us fascists, and he's saying that you're justified in protecting yourself. It means you're justified shooting ICE or whatever. I think that's kind of the implication, is that you can shoot law enforcement. He has no idea what he's saying. All he's trying to do is make a statement, be able to blast out some email, and then retreat to his tiny office for tiny people with tiny doors for people who are 4'7", and then he's going to crack open a fresh pop of hot dogs, fully cooked from the fridge. He's going to stand in front of an open fridge. He's going to take a jar out of yellow mustard. He's going to dunk the hot dogs in. He's going to eat it. That's his favorite snack. Doesn't even shut the fridge when he eats it. That's what everyone says is true about him, about Nadler. So he tries to foment violence and an insurrection, an absolute Confederate insurrection, and then he goes and eats hot dogs from the package in front of an open fridge. I got to run. Be right back.